These children don't know what they just lost. But I guess it makes sense. The people you love can go away at any moment.
I once felt I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders and closed off. That's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. 'Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past. We're over that.
Fresh meat, striding our halls of Duel Academy? Come on, let's move. Well, it looks like transfer season's in full swing.
New girl, am I right? If what I heard is 100% true, the word is you barely squeaked past the duel exam.
Come on, say something. Or did you leave your voice back in whatever knockoff country you crawled out of?
Yeah, this academy is not for charity cases, sweetheart. It is for champions and actual good duelists. You, however, do not belong here.
If you both were paying attention, you'd know I passed the duel exam with full marks. Didn't lose a single life point. But I suppose attention isn't your strong suit.
Cute, we've got a little stand-up act on our hands. Let's see how cute you are, after someone wipes that smug accent off your face. You ever duel a deck that matters?
In Germany, we have a word. Schweinhund. It means pig dog. You both qualify. You for the face. And you for the smell.
Say that again, bitch.
Why? Will the translation improve the second time? Normally I ask names. But yours don't matter. Schwein and Hund, it suits you better than whatever your parents picked.
You call us those names one more time, or...
Or what?
Kaiser, we didn't mean anything by it.
Yeah, it's just, she started it, while the two of us were.
Listening in. Yeah, sure. I heard everything. Which is bold of you, Duncan, considering your own duel exam score was barely passing. And you, I heard what you were doing with the tennis team captain. Under the bleachers, I might add.
That wasn't...
Babe, what the fuck is he talking about?
A real harlot, this one. So much for loyalty.
The tennis captain told me you really liked his biceps, said you couldn't stop touching them, and also said you called him your muscle muse.
No, wait, hang on, hold on a second. Let me explain my side here. It was a joke.
You joked with your tongue in his mouth?
And here I thought my culture was repressed.
Hey, we aren't done here, Robin. I want answers.
You really showed those two. Schwein and Hund. Good names.
Thanks. I've met worse. But I usually meet them online.
Kaiser Bolt.
Cersei Cora.
She's clever, doesn't flinch, and not afraid to fight back. I like her already.
I look across the raging war and feel the steady beating of my heart. 嵐の前の静けさに刃振り下ろしてく繰り返し し A memory fading 今も時代を超えて I tell a story 響く宣戦布告の歌残酷に染まるこの誓いを We're fighting till the bitter end 途切れたい船を汚れた世界を泣き止めて僕らの車を Stop and rewind Stop and rewind 失った希望を壊れた時間のピースは集めて取り戻すために You need a follow and unwind follow and unwind 走り出すことさえも限りない慈しみを導き出す Dark page を Save your love song Save your love song
You look like you're trying to mind meld with your cards.
If they had minds, maybe they wouldn't be so slow to listen.
Let me guess. Overanalyzing every card you didn't draw this morning?
You were watching.
Please. I do my homework. You play like you've got something to prove, and no time to prove it.
Maybe I don't.
Here, have a soda. So talk to me. What's your story with coming here?
My family moved here 6 months ago from Berlin. They thought America and the Duel Academy here would be a fresh start. That I'd fit in. Still waiting on that part.
They were wrong about the fitting in, but not about the fresh start.
You always speak in cryptic reassurance. Or is that just for me?
Only when it works.
Back home, dueling was just me and my brother. Old cards. One paper mat between us. No fancy academies. No obelisk blue. Just whoever could trick the other faster.
Sounds like fun.
It was. Until he stopped dueling. Said he didn't have the gift. He thinks I do. So, here I am. Carrying the gift. Carrying the pressure.
And the accent. That's 3 burdens.
Careful. You're dangerously close to making me like you.
Then I'll shut up now. But for the record, I think you duel like someone who's trying to rewrite the rules. That's not weakness. That's dangerous.
Most people just say I duel like a freak.
They're scared of freaks. Freaks win tournaments. And can do quite a bit of other things too.
Yuck. What is this?
Mystery fruit. It's disgusting. You're welcome.
So what's your story, Mr. Shadow Corner?
Only started attending the academy last year. Got ranked in the top 5 last semester. I don't lose often. I don't talk much. I watch. I learn. And I don't like bullies.
Hence the rescue.
You didn't need a rescue. You needed a witness.
You are very strange.
Takes one to know one. You ever duel someone just to feel like you're not alone?
More often than I'd admit out loud.
Good, then we're both freaks.
No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, it's just another ordinary day. I just called to say I love you. And I just called to say how much I care. I just called
to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, of my heart. No April rain, no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is, it's something true.
Hey, Mom.
Sweetheart, listen, I'm sorry to call so late, but it's happening. Your father got the position.
The stadium job? I thought that wasn't until next year.
It was, but the lead engineer dropped out. They offered it to him, 6 figures, full relocation package, and they need him now. We're leaving in 2 days.
But Mom,
I know this is sudden, but we can't say no to this. Your father's been waiting years for this kind of break. We already spoke with Chancellor Belmont. He's approved the withdrawal. You'll transfer to East Coast dual prep next semester.
you talked to the Chancellor before me.
We had to move quickly. I'm sorry. I wanted to call sooner, but your father needed confirmation, and we.
You knew I wouldn't agree.
You'll still be dueling. A new academy, new circuit, maybe even a new start.
I don't want a new start. I want the one I built.
Kaiser, start packing. We fly out tomorrow morning. No delays.
I can't just disappear like this.
I know you care about her, but there's no time. She's on that academy trip, right? You'll write to her. She'll understand.
No, she won't. You both don't know Cersei like I do. Mom, please.
I'm sorry, honey. We'll see you at the airport. We love you.
How am I supposed to make this up to her when I'm already gone? Cersei, I'm sorry.
Cersei, this isn't like you. You didn't just lose. You froze. You didn't summon, you didn't counter. You just watched yourself fall apart. That's not the duelist I know. You didn't even summon Utopia.
I'm sorry, Professor Layton. I forgot he was there.
You don't ever forget a card like Utopia. Not unless something else is shouting louder in your head. Is this about Kaiser?
He just left. No message. No goodbye. No anything. I had a partner. Then I didn't. That's all.
That's not all. And you know it. You two were always dueling between classes. On the roof. In the cafeteria. I even caught you once in the hallway. It wasn't just practice. It was rhythm. It was connection.
Is this the part where you tell me heartbreak is part of growing up?
No. This is the part where I tell you that it's okay to be hurt. It means you let someone in. That's rare around here. Now, technically, per Academy policy, there are no retakes for duel exams graded below a passing threshold. But policies were written by people who don't believe in second chances. I do.
You'd really do that. For me.
If you're still the Cersei who once beat the top obelisk student with a single Xyz summon and a bluff trap, yes, I'll fight for you.
It just hurts. More than I thought it would. Kaiser made it feel like I belonged here.
Then maybe the next step is learning how to stay, even when someone else leaves. You're not alone, Cersei. Not unless you want to be. Take today for yourself. Rest, scream into a pillow, summon Utopia in the mirror and yell at him if it helps. Tomorrow, we rebuild.
Still waiting for someone who won't come.
Hey, you're not supposed to be here. This is school territory. You're not a student.
And yet, here I am. Funny how grief overrides most things. You've had quite the week, haven't you? Ace unsummoned, exam failed, boy vanished. That's 3 for 3 in the heartbreak trifecta.
Are you here to gloat?
Of course not. I'm here to offer understanding. You look like someone who had the world in her hands only to watch it dissolve between her fingers.
And you think I want pity?
No, you want answers. And maybe a little revenge. Or, at the very least, control.
I don't want revenge. I want him back.
Ah, still clinging to the hope he'll explain himself. That there's a reason. That it wasn't personal. You know, most people would have shattered already. But here you are. Broken, yes, but not gone. Still here, still aching, still trying. So let me ask you something, Cersei Cora. What if I told you there was a world, a future, where that ache doesn't exist, where no one leaves without goodbye, where the worthy don't suffer, where power is protection and love isn't ripped away on someone else's schedule?
You're painting utopia with very sharp brushes.
The sharpest ones make the cleanest cuts. A proper introduction is in order. My name is Reggie Rev. I'm building something. A world where duelists like you, strong, loyal, passionate, never lose what they've fought for. All I need is duel energy, and someone strong enough to gather it.
And Kaiser.
When it's done, you'll be there, just like before. Maybe even better, but only if you help me make it real.
And if I say no?
Then you go back to sitting here, waiting, breaking, fading, and I move on. But I see something in you, Cersei. Something fierce, something unfinished. What do you want more? To mourn what was, or to reclaim what's yours?
I want him back.
Then let's begin. At last, Cersei Cora, the time has come. Years ago, you sat alone in the cold, begging the stars to give you one reason not to fade. Today you stand before me, not as a girl clinging to ghosts, but as a woman to take her next step forward. Are you ready to prove yourself?
Always.
Good. Now, to introduce your opponent. You remember my bodyguard, of course, Cerberus. As my second in command, he has broken hundreds. He does not hold back. He does not bend. Victory against him will not come easy, so no holding back.
Do not disappoint me, Miss Cora.
Please, you don't strike me as the nurturing type.
I always knew I made the right choice. She burns so quietly until she doesn't.
Daddy, is there a duel happening?
Well, look who's come to pay me a visit. Yes, Candace, my dear, a duel is about to happen. Why not have a front row seat? There's a chair right here next to me. Very well then. Begin the duel.
I will show no mercy.
Good. I'd hate to feel special.
Let's duel. Ladies first.
You are too kind. I'll start by normal summoning Utopic Onomatopoeia. Activate effect. Once a turn, I'm allowed to special summon up to one Zubaba, Gagaga, Go, and Odododo monster each, from my hand in defense mode. Unfortunately, I have only one I can summon. Zubababa Knight, come forth. Activate effect. Zubababa Knight, when summoned, lets me add a Zubaba monster, like Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat, from my deck to my hand. Then, my Knight becomes the same level as that of the monster I added. Next, since I control another Zubaba monster, I can special summon Gagaga Coat to the field. I then proceed to overlay my level 4 Onomatopoeia and Zubababa Knight in order to build the overlay network. Xyz summon Zexal Servant Utopic Sage. I activate Sage's effect. By detaching both of his overlay units, I can special summon Zexal Servant Ascended Sage from my deck. Also, since Zubababa Knight was detached from an Xyz monster, its other effect can let me add Gagaga Gunbearer Knight to my hand. Then I will once again build the overlay network, this time using my level 4 Gagaga Coat and Ascended Sage. Xyz summon Gaga Girl. Now I activate her special ability. By detaching one of her overlay units, I can add the spell Gaga Utopic Tactics to my hand. But I'll save that for later. For now, I will proceed to overlay rank 4 Gaga Girl and Utopic Sage to build the overlay network for a third time. I Xyz summon Future Number 0, Utopic Future.
How appropriate. You hoping to use that card to forge your own future.
Not quite. I'll forge it with this. I rebuild the overlay network for 4th time using rank 0 Utopic Future. By overlaying one soul with my path in sight, I create a new life. Awaken a force so powerful, it forges the path that leads the chosen to great destiny. I Xyz summon Future Number 0, Utopic Draco Future. Next, I activate my spell card Zexal and Trust. This lets me add Ascended Sage from my graveyard back to my hand. I set a card face down, and then activate Gaga Utopic Tactics. This continuous spell will prevent you from targeting or destroying my Utopia or Utopic monsters with card effects. I end my turn. On to you, Mr. Bodyguard.
Very well.
Not a bad opening, Cersei. But Cerberus is my second in command and bodyguard for good reason. Even I fear what his deck is capable of.
My turn. I draw. To start, I activate a continuous spell card of my own. That means Sun.
Interesting.
Then I will activate my field spell, Fire King Island. I activate its effect right away. By destroying one monster in my hand or on my field, I can add a Fire King monster from my deck to my hand in exchange. So I will destroy Fire King Avatar Raybelly in my hand and add Sacred Fire King Runix in its place. And the best part, since a fire monster was just destroyed, I get to special summon my Runix immediately to the field. Now I use Gronix's effect. Since I summoned it, I can destroy a Fire Attribute Beast Warrior or Winged Beast in my deck. Then for this turn only, Gronix will gain half of that monster's attack points. The monster I just destroyed, that was Fire King High Avatar Kirin. Whenever it's destroyed by a card effect, I can special summon another Fire King monster, either from my hand or the graveyard.
No, you will not, because I know what else Kirin does when that happens. I chain Draco Future's effect. By using one overlay unit, your Kirin's effect is negated.
Very well, onto my battle phase. Gronix, attack Draco Future now.
No fair! I want to see even more violence.
Patience, Candace. More is to come.
You may have dealt the first blow, but Draco Future cannot be destroyed by battle.
Yes, I know, but this is only the setup. I set 3 cards face down and end my turn. Now that we've reached the end phase, my Gronix's attack points also return to normal.
For a second in command who's named after the dog of Hell's Gates, he's playing much more low-key than I thought he would. He's playing his deck more like control strategy, rather than a usual Fire King combo strategy. Noted. First, I activate the effect of the Gaga Gumbra Knight in my hand. By revealing Gaga Magician in my extra deck, I can special summon my knight to the field. Then I can choose to apply an effect either to change the battle position of your Gronix or special summon a Gaga monster from my hand. I will do neither. And you know who I added to my hand last turn. I normal summon my Ascended Sage. Then I shall use Utopic Tactics other effect that lets me declare a level from 1 to 12. Then 2 monsters on my field including a Gaga monster become the declared level. I declare level 8.
Chain. I activate the trap card, Blind Obliteration. I roll 2 6-sided dice, then any monsters with lower levels or ranks than a total die roll are destroyed.
I wouldn't expect the second in command to be relying on luck-based cards. And I would say this move bears equal risk, but that's not the case, is it? You play Fire King after all. You want your monsters to be destroyed.
You figured that much out. Nice to face a duelist who doesn't just jump to conclusions.
Dunker. Now roll those dice.
I rolled a 3 and a 5. That means all monsters with levels and ranks lower than 8 are destroyed.
So much for that. Fine. Draco Future take out his Gronix.
I thank you for that. Ebon Sun's effect now activates. Since a monster I control was destroyed, I gain life points equal to its original attack.
Depleting his life points will be harder than I thought. I need a way to get rid of that spell as fast as possible. Main phase 2. I set a card face down. Turn end.
My move. Perfect. This will do. I normal summon a legendary Fire King Ponix. I then activate its effect.
I use Draco Future's effect once more. I use another overlay unit, so Ponix's effect gets negated. And then I get to take control of your little chicken nugget.
Not likely.
Pardon?
I reveal my second face down, Fire King Skyburn. For each one of my Fire Kings that I destroy, I can destroy the same number of cards that you control. I destroy Ponix in my field, as well as that Utopic Tactics continuous spell on yours. Ponix's effect will still be negated, but that's fine. First, Ebon Sun restores my life points equal to Ponix's attack. And since a fire monster was destroyed, my Gronix can rise up from the ashes of the graveyard.
which means its other effect can now activate.
That's correct, and I'll also use Ebon's Son's additional effect. If a monster is special summoned from my graveyard, I can permanently grant that monster 1,000 attack points. Then using the Runix's effect, I'll destroy another high avatar Kieran in my deck, combined with Ebon's Son. This makes Runix's attack points 4,900. Then just like before, I'll activate Kieran's effect from the graveyard. I'll special summon back Fire King Avatar Rain Valley in defense mode. On top of this summon, Kieran's graveyard effect lets me destroy one card on the field. I'll choose that set card that you set on your first turn.
Would have loved to use that card, but oh well. You know you can't get rid of it that easily.
Yes, I know. Now, even if your Draco Future can't be destroyed in battle, I can still deal damage. Runix attack you do pick Draco Future again. That's all. I end my turn.
Back to me.
During the standby phase, since it was destroyed last turn, Ponix returns itself back to my hand.
That's fine. I already know what I must do. Draco Future, attack his Rang Valley.
I reveal my set card, Circle of the Fire Kings. This will destroy Rang Valley on my field, then replace it with a different fire monster in my graveyard, like my high avatar Kieran. This triggers both of Ebon's Son's effects. Then I chain using Ponix's ability from my hand. First, Ponix special summons itself to the field. Then thanks to Ebon's Son, I gain life points equal to Rangbali's attack, and Kieran will permanently gain 1,000 attack. And if you remember, since Ponix was summoned to the field, I can activate its other ability.
I choose not to negate this time with Draco Future.
Very well. I'll add a second Fire King Skyburn to my hand.
His defense formation is solid. His life points keep increasing and he's making me burn through my resources. Even so, that Rang Valley is off the field now and that means I can make my next play. I move to main phase 2 and activate the spell card reinforcement of the army, adding Go 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 Goblinberg to my hand. Then, I normal summon it to my field. Activate effect. When this card is normal summoned, I can switch it to defense mode and special summon another Go 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 monster from my hand deck or graveyard. I will summon my Dododo Dwarf Go 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 Glove. Then I activate the continuous spell, known as Xyz's Change Tactics.
If you activated that specific spell card, then that means one thing. You're going to summon it.
You are correct. Using my 2 level 4 monsters, I will construct the overlay network. I Xyz summon. Stand by my side. Number 39, Utopia. Utopia's Xyz summon lets me use the effect of Change Tactics. So by giving up 500 life points, I get to draw 1 card. I set it face down and end my turn.
Draw. First, I use Fire King Island's effect once more, destroying my Kieran and adding Fire King Courier Ulcanix to my hand. This, of course, triggers Ebon's Son. And then I chain Kieran's effect from my graveyard.
I will use up Draco Future's remaining overlay unit, negating Kieran's effect.
That's fine. I'll take my life points getting another boost as a consolation. After that, I summon Ulcanix to the field. I use her ability, allowing me to destroy Ulcanix, and add a second Sacred Fire King Runix to my hand. Ulcanix's level also becomes the same as the monster I added. And you know what happens next. Since Ponix was destroyed, I get to special summon that second Sacred Fire King Runix to my field. I use its effect upon its summon, destroying Fire King Avatar Arvada in my deck and giving my second Runix a temporary power-up. And since my Arvada was destroyed, I can use its own effect. 2 special summon a Fire King monster from the ashes of my graveyard, but its effects must be negated and it's destroyed during the end phase. Return High Avatar Kieran. Then Evan's son's second effect will let me boost my Kieran's attack just like before. Now, even with Utopia on the field, I may as well get in as much damage as possible. But before I attack, I'll activate a very unique spell card. It's called Ages of Stars and Frost. Since one of my monsters was destroyed by the effect of one of my own spell cards and sent to the graveyard this turn, I'm allowed to conduct my next battle phase twice.
Hurensohn.
Since my Garunixes and Kieran have an attack power of 3700, 3600, and 3400 respectively, the damage you'll take will add up. Garunix number 1, Attack Draco Future.
I activate Utopia's special ability. He uses one overlay unit to stop that attack. Go Lightwing Shield. And because the card I detached was Go 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 Goblin Berg, its special ability lets me add Dodo Dodo Warrior to my hand.
You stopped the first attack, but how about the second one? Garunix number to Attack Draco Future.
I choose not to negate this attack.
Kieran, charge, Attack Draco Future.
I once again choose not to negate this attack.
I proceed to my second battle phase. Garunix number 1 Attack Draco Future.
I use Utopia's remaining overlay unit and stop that attack. Lightwing Shield.
Utopia is now out of overlay units, and I will take no chances. Kieran attack Utopia.
Hoping to destroy my favorite monster through its no overlay unit weakness? I think not. I activate the trap card, Number Wall. This continuous trap protects all number monsters on the field from being destroyed by card effects, and it can't be destroyed in battle with a non-number monster either.
Or so it would if I didn't still have that Fire King Skyburn. You know what happens next. I will target my first Garunix that just attacked, along with Ulcanix, then destroy 2 of your cards. I'll get rid of that number wall, and to be safe, Xyz change tactics.
You took the bait, darling.
Come again.
Activate Counter Trap. Xyz Unbreakable Barrier. This will negate Skyburn's activation and destroy it. This means none of our cards are destroyed, which in turn also means Number Wall shields Utopia from being destroyed by its own effect, as well as by battle with Kieran.
You made me use up an attack and my Skyburn in the process. Very well played.
Well played indeed.
Thank you. Those save the compliments for after the duel.
As you wish. Let's continue. Garunix number 2, Attack Draco Future. I still have one move to get rid of that number wall, but it will bear equal risk. That's fine. High risk, high reward. I move to main phase 2, and will overlay my level 8 Kieran and the Garunix that I summon this turn in order to construct the overlay network. Eyre summoning, Garunix Eternity, Hiding of the Fire Kings in defense mode.
By finally bringing out a monster from the extra deck, I can activate the effect of the Titanocided trap in my graveyard you destroyed on your previous turn. I set it onto my field.
Normally, whenever I summon Garunix Eternity, I can destroy every other monster on the field. But I will not do so. I'll instead use Eternity's other ability. By using one overlay unit, I can destroy one of your spell or trap cards. I'll destroy your number wall. That'll be all. I end my turn.
I draw.
During the standby phase, Ponix once again returns itself to my hand.
You've had full advantage this entire duel. How's about we shift things in the opposite direction?
If you really think so, then prove it.
Careful what you wish for. Activate spell card. Rank up magic. Numeron Force.
Shit.
Even when so far behind, she refuses to let up. Neither did her deck, and it responded.
Numeron Force takes one of my Xyz monsters and ranks it up into a Chaos number 1 rank higher. I rebuild the overlay network with number 39 Utopia. By overlaying Utopia's soul with my path in sight, a new life shall be born. Numbers unveil the truth that lies beyond chaos. Across infinite possibilities, I sculpt fate to my design. Let your piercing blade sever weakness and doubt. With this power I shall bring the world to its knees. Chaos exceeds evolution. Stand now, Chaos number 39. Utopia Ray Victory. But that's not all. After Numeron Force is activated, all other face-up cards on the field lose their effects. Permanently, by the way. Next, I send a second Dodo Warrior from my deck to the graveyard, and special summon the Dodo Warrior from my hand. Since I did, his level becomes 4 and attack is reduced by 500. Activate Graveyard Effect. Go Glove. When I control a Dodo or go monster other than itself, he can be resurrected back to my field. I then shall use level 4 Dodo Warrior and go Glove to build the overlay network. I Xyz summon Gaga Magician. I activate my Magician's special ability. By using one overlay unit, he resurrects one of my Xyz monsters back from my graveyard. Return Gaga Girl. And since I detached Dodo Warrior, I can use his other ability. That lets me add another Zubaba Bancho Gaga coat to my hand. But I'll be saving him for later. For now, I overlay rank 4 Gaga Magician and rank 4 Gaga Girl. With these two monsters, I build the overlay network again. Hope is not a virtue. It is a mechanism, a predictable delusion woven by the desperate. Observe as time, destiny, and logic converge. 2 becomes 1 and 1 becomes inevitable. Come forth from beyond the future itself. Zexal, Xyz, Evolution. Forge my path. Future number 0. Utopic. Future. Zexal.
Hold on. How is this possible? There's no data on that thing.
Is her bond to Utopia so strong it created a card specifically for her?
Since you're unfamiliar, let me give you the breakdown of its effects. Future Zexal gains 500 attack and defense equal to the combined ranks of all Xyz monsters I control and all Xyz monsters in your graveyard. For now, the combined rank is 7, so its attack and defense become 3,500. I proceed to the battle phase. Future Zexal, attack Courtier Alcanix. Now if I'm not mistaken, even though its effects are negated, Ebon's Sun still triggers, does it not?
Yes, you are correct. And I'll chain to Ebon's Sun with Alcanix's effect for my graveyard.
Before you do that, I chain Future Zexal's special ability to that of the activation of Ebon's Sun's effect on the field. I can use one of his overlay units, then take control of one monster on your field. I'll take that Garunix Eternity if you don't mind, darling. Even though its effects are negated, I wouldn't mind having him join the winning side. Plus, since I now control Garunix Eternity, Future Zexal gains even more attack power.
Since Alcanix was destroyed, I can special summon Fire King High Avatar Garunix from my deck.
That's fine, but Future Zexal isn't done yet. Thanks to Gaga Girl. If she's ever used to Xyz summon a Utopic future monster, that monster can attack twice during the battle phase it's summoned. Future Zexal destroy Sacred Fire King Garunix.
More violence, more violence, more violence.
Enjoying the show? That's exactly what I wanted to see.
Draco Future, destroy High Avatar Garunix.
By destroying High Avatar Garunix in battle, that lets me activate both its special ability as well as Sacred Fire King Garunix's ability from the graveyard and Ponix's ability once again in my hand. First, High Avatar Garunix special summons another Consort Ulcanix from my deck. Then Ponix and Sacred Fire King Garunix special summon themselves again.
I'm getting really sick and tired of this same song and dance.
Upon their summons, I activate all 3 of their special abilities. Ponix adds Fire King Sanctuary to my hand. Consort Ulcanix will destroy Ponix in the field, and adds my 3rd Sacred Fire King Garunix to my hand as well, and then King Garunix on my field will destroy my last High Avatar Kirin in my deck. And since I destroyed Kirin, you know what happens next. I special summon Arvada from my graveyard, then just like before, I'll destroy 1 card on the field. I destroy your set Titanicider trap.
Why not destroy Utopia Ray Victory? It can still attack this turn. Wait, of course. Cerberus must be planning another extra deck summon next turn. In that case, I'll play it safe. Utopia Ray Victory attack Consort Ulcanix.
I do admit, that was an impressive display, doing your best to fight back.
Have patience. This is only the first step. I end my turn.
Draw. Not what I was hoping for, but it'll do. But first, during my standby phase, Ponix returns back to my hand again. Then I activate the spell card, Trade In. By discarding the level 8 Sacred Fire King Garunix, I draw 2 cards.
I'm no fool. If I try using Future's Exil's ability against any of his card effect activations right now, Arvada can just negate it. And right now Future's Exil is my best chance to win this duel. Much as it sucks, I have to play cautiously for now.
Then I'll normal summon Ponix. Using its effect, I add a 2nd Fire King Sanctuary to my hand, just in case I may need it. Then I activate another spell card, Infernal Punisher. By sacrificing Ponix, I can special summon High Avatar Garunix back from my graveyard. Now I overlay level 8 High Avatar Garunix and Sacred Fire King Garunix. I exceed summon a 2nd Garunix Eternity, High of the Fire Kings. Like before, I will not use its effect to destroy every other monster on the field. However, I'm nowhere near finished. I activate one of my Fire King Sanctuaries. When it's activated, I can activate a copy of Fire King Island from my deck. Doing this destroys the negated one I still have on my field. Because that happened, it will trigger that Fire King Island's effect from my graveyard, destroying every monster on my field.
I know the direction this is going in.
Your instincts serve you well. I activate the abilities of my destroyed Arvada and Garunix Eternity alongside one of the Sacred Fire King Garunix in my graveyard also. Garunix is special summoned from the graveyard. Arvada will special summon back one of my High Avatar Kings. And then Garunix Eternity allows me to resurrect Fire Kings in my graveyard up to the number of overlay units it had on the field. Garunix Eternity had to overlay units, and that means I get back to Fire Kings. I special summon back a 2nd Kirin, along with Arvada, that just got destroyed.
Quite the complicated chain link. You sure you shouldn't be playing Accumulated Fortune?
Chain link related cards for this deck. You know, I just might take that into consideration. I appreciate the suggestion, but that's all it is for right now. After all, now that I've finished, I have the appropriate setup I need to bring out. One of my signature monsters. You should be honored, Miss Cora.
Signature monster, you say? Intriguing. Very well. Let's see it.
I now overlay my 2 level 8 Kirins and Sacred Fire King Garunix in order to build the overlay network. I exceed summon Coach King Giant Trainer.
If we are being honest, Eyre, I was expecting something. More than a big guy that looks like he gets yelled at by football moms. And since you Xyz summoned again, I used Titanicider's effect from my graveyard, setting it onto my field.
You still won't have the chance to use it. I activate Giant Trainer's special ability. By using one overlay unit, I get to draw a card. If that drawn card is a monster, you take 800 points of damage. I've drawn a monster, Dark Hole Dragon, which means you take 800 points of damage. And my Giant Trainer's ability is so strong it can be used up to 3 times per turn. I use up another overlay unit. Another monster, another 800 points of damage. One more time. I use Giant Trainer's last overlay unit, so I'll draw one more card.
If he is able to draw another monster, I will be in a very tough spot.
This card is not a monster, so you take no damage. But this is still a card that will be quite useful to me. I activate the spell card Forbidden Chalice. Now Yuto pick future gains for 100 attack points, but all its special abilities are negated this turn.
Gottverdammte.
I don't want its pesky abilities getting in the way of my next move.
Explain.
It's pretty simple. You're not the only one who can rank up their monster.
Oh dear.
I activate another spell card. Let's go. Rank up Magic Argent Chaos Force. This card takes one Xyz monster on my field and ranks it up into a Chaos Xyz that is 1 rank higher. I rebuild the overlay network with rank a Giant Trainer. Strength, determination, and a burning spirit. Chaos combines all 3 together so that judgment will be delivered. Go Chaos Xyz Evolution. Stand tall and proud. Chaos Xyz Coach Lord Ultimate Trainer.
Daddy, can I have my own Chaos Xyz?
When you're a little older, sweetheart, yes you can.
Witness Ultimate Trainer's special ability. By using 1 Chaos Overlay unit, I draw 1 card, and just like Giant Trainer, if that card is a monster, you will take 800 points of damage. You're very lucky, Miss Cora. This card was not a monster, but it is the trap card Backfire.
I would say I dodged a bullet, but Backfire presents another hurdle I have to jump over.
The turn Giant Trainer's special ability is used, I'm not permitted to conduct my battle phase. I'll set Backfire face down and end my turn. That means Forbidden Chalice's effect wears off as well. And yes, future Zexal may now have 11,500 attack and defense, but it will mean nothing if you can't get around my trap. Don't bother trying to use Titanicider either. Ultimate Trainer can't be targeted by any and all card effects.
My turn. Probably my last if I don't draw one out. I draw. Well, this is interesting.
What did you draw, Cersei? Tell me.
Battle phase.
Before you attack, I'll activate my Backfire.
Draco Future. Attack that Ultimate Trainer.
Backfire's effect activates. You take 500 points of damage since a fire monster was destroyed.
True, but another Xyz monster in your graveyard means future Zexal gains even more power. Future Zexal attacks Avata.
Backfire activates again. And remember, since Arvada was destroyed, I can use its special ability from the graveyard, and Gronix's ability from the graveyard as well. Gronix comes back once again, and I'll special summon back one of my Kirans through Arvada's effect, both in attack mode.
That's quite a bold move.
With how the current setup is, it'll be fine. One more fire monster gets destroyed, and Backfire will burn away the last of your life points.
Correction. Backfire alone will burn away the rest of my life points. After over 40 more of your fire monsters are destroyed.
What?
What?
Pardon.
My oh my, I'm feeling a little hungry. You wouldn't mind if I have myself a delicious sizzling bowl of Mystic Rock. By tributing one of the monsters on my field, I gain life points equal to its attack or defense. But in this circumstance that does not matter. The monster I'm tributing is Utopic Future Zexal.
You just flipped the entire script.
I'm full of surprises. Don't be hard on yourself, though. You couldn't have known Mystic Walk was what I drew this turn. And now that me and my life points are replenished, I'm the one in charge of this duel now.
Fascinating. With just one play even I didn't see coming, Cersei has done a 180 on Cerberus. I'm one of the few very rare duelists who have ever caught him off guard like that. I knew I made the correct choice bringing her into the group.
And would you look at that, I still have one monster who can attack. Utopia Ray Victory. Attack his Gaunix. I activate Utopia Ray Victory's special ability by using one overlay unit. For this turn, only Utopia Ray Victory negates Garunix's abilities and will gain all of its attack points. Go. Rising Sun Double Victory Slash. Now let's see here. I do have a way to summon Future's Exil back this turn, but Cerberus's Kieran will be destroyed during the end phase, and when that happens, Future's Exil will be destroyed before I can use it again. I end my turn, so Utopia Ray Victory's attack points return to normal, and Kieran is once again destroyed.
Since it was, backfire triggers again. It also means I can activate Kieran's ability from the graveyard. I will resurrect Fire King High Avatar Garunix. Then Deja Vu, I'll destroy her face-down Titanicider. But that isn't all. Since I summon a fire monster to the field, I can special summon one of the cards in my hand, Electro Gunner. When this happens, Gunner lets me send a level 8 Pyro monster from my deck to my graveyard. I draw. It's been such a long time since I've had a duel against a most worthy opponent.
Big Brother is smiling. He has only ever done that one time around me.
I've seen that smile only one time myself. This is getting more interesting by the minute. Whatever next?
Master Reggie, I'd like to put Cersei through one final test, and I have the perfect monster in mind to execute this.
Are you implying you want to? Cersei, what's coming out next? You should consider this a great, great honor to see up close and personal.
Whatever it is, I'm ready for anything.
Anything you say? Let's truly test that. But first I'll special summon this. Alpha, the master of beasts, over my hand. This beast can be special summoned since the total attack of all your monsters is greater than the attack of all monsters I control. I then overlay level 8 Alpha and level 8 High Avatar Garunix. With these two monsters, I build the overlay network and exceed summon a monster stronger than a cosmic storm, with the ability to bend time, to do its will, and leaving destruction in its wake. Come forth, number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon.
A number monster that goes beyond 100.
This is just the start of what will end this duel.
Whatever that thing is, I'll set up what I need to stop it. I use Titanicider's effect again from the graveyard, setting it onto my field face down.
Titanicider will still be of no use to you, Cersei. Not when I plan on taking this even further. I activate Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force's effect from my graveyard. When I summon a rank 5 or higher exceeds monster, I can get this card from the graveyard back to my hand.
You doing what I think you're doing?
Yes, I am. I activate Rank Up Magic Argent Chaos Force for a second time. I rebuild the overlay network with Rank 8 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Galactic Dragon that transcends through entire galaxies. Be bestowed this offering of chaos surging through your soul. Vanquish everything in your path across the vast cosmos. Go, chaos exceeds evolution. Be born, chaos number 107. Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon.
What power, and with such force?
As terrifying as ever.
I now use Fire King Island's effect. I destroy Electro Gunner and add a second Ponix to my hand. This in turn triggers several effects. First, my Backfire Trap. And you know what happens next. I activate Sacred Fire King Garunix's effect in my graveyard. I'll also use Magmacho Dragon's graveyard effect, as well as Dark Hole Dragon's effect in my hand. All three monsters are special summoned to the field. Several effects will now occur. When Magmacho Dragon is summoned by its own effect, I draw one card. And then, there's Dark Hole Dragon. His effect will come into play during the end phase. And Sacred Fire King Garunix will destroy Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys in my deck. And since the fire-attributed Nephthys was just destroyed, I can now activate Ponix's ability from my hand, special summoning it to the field. I choose not to search with its effect.
And I have a very bad feeling this is only going to get worse.
You are correct. I activate Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon's special ability. By sacrificing 2 of my monsters, Tachyon Dragon can attack up to 3 monsters during the battle phase.
No, my advantage in this duel is slipping through my fingers. My Utopic Sage is still in my graveyard, so I could technically make Neo Tachyon use up one of its 3 attacks. Then again, maybe I shouldn't. Hope I don't regret this decision.
Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon Vanquish Utopia Raid Victory Utopic Draco Future and Garunix Eternity. Ultimate Tachyon Spiral of Destruction. And since that stolen Garunix Eternity still had an overlay unit, when it was destroyed I can activate its special ability from my graveyard. Return a second Sacred Fire King Garunix. And now Dark Hole Dragon and Sacred Fire King Garunix attack Cersei directly.
Do it again, do it again, please, please, please.
Patience, Candace.
I commend you, Cersei. I really do, for making it this far. Main Phase 2. I use my 2 Garunix to burn a new flame within my circuit. Link Summon. Link 2. Do Little Chimera. Then, I use Dark Hole Dragon and Do Little Chimera to burn another flame within my circuit. Link Summon. Link 3. Promethean Princess. I activate her special ability. During the main phase, I can resurrect 1 fire monster from the ashes of my graveyard. Return High Avatar Kirin. Then I use Link 3 Promethean Princess and High Avatar Kirin to ignite a stronger flame within my circuit. Link Summon, Link 4, Amphibious Swarmship Amber Whale. My Amber Whale gains 200 attack points for every Link monster we have in our graveyards. It all comes down to this. This is your final chance to win this duel, but as far as I'm concerned, you have already passed this test for pushing me to go this hard. I place 1 card face down and end my turn. That means Dark Hole Dragon's special ability from earlier finally comes into effect, allowing me to add a Dark Hole to my hand.
I refuse to just give up and take things lying down. I've come this far, and I won't stop now. Draw. It appears that the stage is finally set. The path has now shown itself. first I will finally summon the Ga coat from my hand. Activate effect. Ga coat will revive Go glove in my graveyard. Then I immediately will use both of my monsters in order to build the overlay network. I exceed summon number 39, Utopia Rising. Activate effect of Utopia Rising. When his special summoned, I can revive a number from my graveyard in defense mode. Return to fight again at my side. Future number 0, Utopic Futures Exile. Then, I can transfer all of Utopia Rising's overlay units to Futures Exile. However, I'm not done just yet. I still have one last card in my hand I would like to play. Utopia, let's turn the page towards our new chapter, together. I now activate Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos.
She's actually doing it. The question now is, will she hold out?
I rebuild the overlay network with number 39 Utopia Rising. By overlaying Utopia's soul with my path and sight, I create a new life. The light of Utopia darkens, and both our hearts blacken. The powers bestowed and blessed by chaos guides us both to our destiny. Go! Chaos exceeds evolution. Appear now Chaos number 39, Utopia Ray V.
You've improved and forged a new path.
9. I've shed the pieces that used to hold me back. And now, with Utopia Ray V on my side, I cannot lose.
Let's test that because since you just special summoned, you've let me activate Promethean Princess's other ability in my graveyard. Now I can destroy Amber Whale on my field and Future's Exile on yours to resurrect my princess. And because this is an effect from my graveyard and not the field, your Future's Exile can't use its special ability.
I may not be able to use Future's Exile's ability, but I certainly can save it. You see if any of my Utopia or Utopic monsters will be destroyed. I can banish my Utopic Sage from my graveyard instead.
That's fine. Promethean Princess doesn't need to destroy both targeted monsters in order to resurrect herself. Both my Backfire and my negated Ebon Sun automatically trigger since Amblohale was destroyed, and I'll also use Amblowhale's own effect from my graveyard.
I chain Future's Exile's special ability in response to the activation of one of your effects from on the field.
And I'll chain to Future's Exile's ability with Needle Sealing.
Oh no.
All of our face-up monsters are now destroyed. Now we can finally resolve the chain link. Future's Exile and Ebon Sun resolve, but do nothing. Then Backfire deals 500 points of damage to you. And finally Amblohale will resurrect Doolittle Chimera from my graveyard. There will have to come another time when that Utopia Ravy will get to shine.
I'm out of plays to make. I'll just end my turn.
Very well, let's bring this duel to a close. During my standby phase, since it was destroyed by a card effect last turn, Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys rises from the ashes of the graveyard. And when that happens, all spell and trap cards on the field are destroyed. But not my Fire King Island, because thanks to the effect of Fire King's Sanctuary, I can destroy Doolittle Chimera instead and negate my field spell's destruction. So only all the other spell and traps are destroyed. And since Doolittle Chimera was destroyed, I technically could special summon Sacred Fire King the Runix from my graveyard again, but I don't need to. I instead will activate one final spell card. Monster Reborn. Comeback Chaos number 107. Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. And now, go Sacred Phoenix, go Neo Tachyon. Finish this duel.
Son of a bitch. I was this close to pulling it off.
Yes, you were. But this loss is irrelevant. Unlike others, who I considered weak, you were the first duelist in a long time to push me as hard as you did. That alone to me proves you're more than worthy to be one of us within our ranks. She's more than ready.
Being given the title of Chaos Knight is not enough. Welcome to the inner circle, the Chaos Paladins, Cersei Cora.
This power feels nothing like I expected. It's amazing what 15 years can do to a person. Now then, time for a little reunion that I've waited far too long for.
Victory is mine. You ain't so tough, Mr. So-called champion. Neo de Dallas, end this duel.
Activate trap card, Power Wall. Power Wall scraps my battle damage to 0, but at a cost. For every 500 points of damage I would have taken, I have to send a top card of my deck to the graveyard.
No fair. Fine, I end my turn. But on my next turn, you're finished.
Let's see what fate has to say about that. It all comes down to this. This exhibition duel is over. I activate my final spell card. Cyberdark Impact.
No way. There is no freaking way he top-decked that shit.
I fuse the Cyberdark Keel, Cyberdark Horn, and Cyberdark Edge in my graveyard. I fusion summon Cyberdark Dragon. I activate Cyberdark Dragon's special ability. When it's fusion summoned, it can equip itself with any dragon in my graveyard. So I pick Arm Dragon Thunder level 10. Cyberdark Dragon gains the attack points of level 10, as well as an additional 100 attack for every monster I still have in my graveyard. Right now I have 6. Altogether, that means Cyberdark Dragon's total attack points become 4,600. That's just enough to wipe out the last of your life points with one final attack. Cyberdark Dragon attack his Neo de Dallas and finish this duel. That entire duel, that whole exhibition match, that was way too close. Again. At this point I've lost count of what number I'm on.
Still undefeated.
That voice. No, it can't be. Cersei.
So you do remember.
I never forgot.
15 years ago we met. 5 years later you vanish out of my life. Not so much as a message. A letter. Not even a duel invite.
I thought you hated me.
I did. Then I missed you. Then I hated myself for missing you. And now, I don't know what I feel. Except love. That's the problem with carrying ghosts. You forget which ones are still alive.
I wanted to explain back then. But everything happened so fast.
No, Kaiser. Don't. Don't give me the, it was complicated, speech. I know it was. I lived it.
You look different.
I am different.
I thought about you every time I dueled. Every time I held a card in hand and waited to feel something. I stopped using my real deck because it was a constant reminder. But it was never the same. You were the one who made the game feel alive.
I came to see what you became, to make sure you were still you. You are.
Cersei, wait. Duel me. Right here. Right now.
You really think one duel can fix what 10 years broke?
No. But it is the only language we ever truly spoke.
Fine, but we are doing it on my terms. You don't use that flashy armed dragon cyberdark hybrid you parade around for sponsors and stadium lights. You use the deck that I knew, the real one.
Cruel fates